Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another vlog. My name is Jennifer, but everyone calls me Yenny. It is very early Sunday morning, and I'm going to bring you along throughout my day today, starting off with my morning walk slash jog. When we got here, it was still dark, so this is the second lap around, and as you can see, the sun is just now rising. I'm saying we because Jaden decided to join me on this day. We both got up around 5:30 this morning and left the house at 6. Now, this is something that I always do. This is how I like to start off my day. Well, actually, no. Now that school has started, I do take Jaden to school first, and then I'll go for my walk. Once we're done with our walk, we're gonna go back home, take showers, get ready, and then we headed over to Denny's to have some breakfast. And while we were there is when we decided to go to the zoo today. So we do head back home so that we can change into some more like walking type of clothes. It's very hot out on this day, so we wanted to make sure that we dressed nice and cool and had some good walking shoes on. And here is Jaden, you guys. He ran the whole time. He ran 3 miles. I ran 1 mile and walked 2. So we made it to Denny's. I got the Fit Slam. My husband got a veggie omelet, and Jaden got the crepe breakfast. This is all that I got. Once the food came, I completely forgot about everything. So I didn't record any more of that. But then, like I said, we did head back home so that we could change. So I'm just wearing some athletic shorts, a little athletic shirt, my shoulder bag, and just some like little walking sandals. And we decided to come to the Tyler Zoo this time. It is a lot smaller than the Dallas Zoo, but we have been to the Dallas Zoo so many times, so we wanted to try something different, and we have never been to the Tyler Zoo, which is it's also about an hour away from us, but the opposite direction from heading towards Dallas. And even though it was a lot smaller, it still took us about 2 hours to get through the whole thing, so it was still a lot of walking. But yeah, we really enjoyed it, just being somewhere new and different, and of course we love seeing the animals. I think my favorites are the elephants, giraffes, monkeys, and lions. And here's Jaden feeding the giraffes. We always love to do that. I didn't record a whole lot because I really just wanted to enjoy it, but I did get a few clips, so I will show you that. I thought I got more of Jaden being inside with the birds. I had to film from outside because I was in there and the bird scared me, so I ran out. But that was all I got. I don't know what happened. I probably just wasn't even recording. But it is the next day, you guys. So it is Monday morning, and I am going to be making Jaden breakfast before he heads off to school. But before that, I do want to put away the dishes and wash the dishes that are in the sink. I feel so much better if I start with the clean kitchen, and it was just dirty because yesterday when we went to the zoo, I came home and didn't do anything else. I was so tired. It was just a lot of walking on that day. And when I was thinking back, like, why am I so tired? Because today on Monday, I was so tired. And I was like, am I really just tired from just all that walking? But I forgot that once I got home from the park, I also did I don't remember if it was a full body workout or a leg workout, but yeah, I was exhausted. So I woke up to dirty dishes, but that's okay. I got them done, and now I'm gonna start getting Jaden's breakfast ready. I'm just gonna make a simple breakfast this morning. I don't have much. I haven't done my grocery shopping yet, so I'm just gonna make him some cheesy eggs. And here I have my cheese. I'm grating it, and I'm gonna have some toast on the side for him. And here is Jaden's breakfast, just some cheesy eggs and some buttered toast. Hey guys, I think this is the first time I'm speaking in this video, isn't it? Time just gets away from me. I try to show y'all a little bit of everything that's going on, and then I just completely forget to even show my face. But I just got back from, well, I went and dropped off Jaden at school, and then I went for my walk. So it is now 8:26. I am going to be watching my grandbaby today, but not until noon. So I have just a couple of hours to do a few things around the house before he gets here. And one of the main things that I really want to get done before he gets here, because of course I am going to be cleaning and washing dishes. I got more dishes to wash, more dishes to put away. I'm going to be making my breakfast. But a lot of things I'm already used to doing it while my grandbaby's here. But the one thing that I do want to do before he gets here is really give this refrigerator a deep clean. It really, really needs it. It's been a while since the last time I've done it. I do try to keep up with things like being expired and things like that. I do take those out, but to like actually wipe down the little like shelves, that's been a while. So I really want to do that today and get everything out of there. Give it a good deep clean and organize the freezer. So that is what I'm going to be doing. But first I am going to go ahead and go take a shower and just get ready for the day, because that's just how I've kind of gotten used to doing it. I get home, I go take a shower, and then I have my coffee and do all the things. And I'm just not comfortable if I don't go do that right away. So I'm going to go do that. And then once I get back, I will start taking everything out of the refrigerator and start cleaning it. And also, by the way, yesterday I did not finish recording much. Yesterday we went to the zoo, as you saw, and that plus the morning walk and all the walking at the zoo, I was so exhausted. We went out to eat at Chili's in Terrell when we got done with the zoo, and then we got home maybe around 4ish, so it was still pretty early. Jaden laid down on the couch and he was out. I thought he was sleeping, but he said he wasn't sleeping. So me and my husband left him there, and we went and took showers. I put my pajamas on, and then I just laid down for the rest of the day. I didn't clean, I didn't do anything else. I was just so beat. And this morning, my walk, I'm still so tired. It was pretty hard to get through it, but I did get through it. I did my 3 miles. That's what I do every morning. So yeah, that's why I didn't finish recording. We didn't do anything else the rest of the night. I thought I would go ahead and show a little bit of today, because I do think that video was probably pretty short. So I'm going to be adding this on today because that is something that I want to do. So let me show you what the refrigerator looks like, and then once I get my shower done and get ready for the day, have my breakfast, then I will start taking everything out. But let me show you what the fridge looks like right now. Okay, so first of all, we are going to be giving this a good wipe down. So you can see all the little watermarks and smudges. It's not too bad. Like I said, I haven't done a deep clean, but I do try to keep up with it a little bit. This side seems pretty clean, not too bad, but there are smudges right here on this stainless steel part, just a little smudges there that we need to clean out. And then the top of the fridge, I have not cleaned that, so I want to get that nice and clean. Our freezer, I never know how to actually wipe down the freezer because if I try to spray it, it just freezes over. And if I try to use a wet rag, same thing happens. I don't know. What are y'all's tips with cleaning the freezer and the freezer shelves? But I do want to get this a little bit better organized. Everything's just everywhere. There's some frozen bags of chicken and corn there, it looks like. What's down here? More corn, bananas, blackberries, and some carrots and peas that are frozen. And then just all of my meats. I like keeping them separated, like beef and pork and chicken, but right now they are just all kind of mixed in with each other. Oh, my freezer's telling me to close the door. But yeah, we're gonna get that one organized. And then over here, it's looking like a hot mess. There's a lot of containers in here. I need to make sure that those are all good. And then just give these shelves a good wipe down. Look at how dirty those are. Once I take everything out, I'll show y'all how everything looks like. And all the wiping down that I really got to do. I know this little, see, look at that. That needs to be wiped down really well. Everything, I think everything is pretty good. Of course, I am going to go look through it again and make sure that nothing is expired. But that I do keep up with. I think just I really need to wipe everything down. So yeah, that's what the fridge looks like right now. Okay, so I started by emptying out the freezer, and I thought I didn't have much in there, but then look at everything that came out of there. I think this just needs some organizing though. These little things, for some reason I had to have them. I thought it'd be cool to have these little like circle ice cubes, and I never ever used them. So these two, I think I'm gonna get rid of them. These are like for lunches and like packing stuff. And then we have a whole bag of ice that was left over from the last party that we had. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just keep this, see if I can fit it. If not, I'll get rid of it. We can always buy some more. But yeah, I didn't think there was a whole lot, and there's really not if you really look at it. I haven't been to like Costco or anything in a while, so we don't have a whole lot. We have what's left for my meal plan up there. That's pretty much all that I have here, and then just some little extras. But I'm gonna get this organized. Like I said, I want to have it to where I have chicken in one shelf and things like that, which is what I usually do when I clean this out. But it does need some wiping down. But like I said, I always struggle because this just freezes over so quick. But it is dirty, as you can see. It really does need a good cleaning down here. This is how this little basket looks like. I'm gonna see if I can take this out and just wash it. And then these aren't so bad, but just a little wipe down would do it some good. So there I go saying that I can't ever clean these shelves. I can't spray them down or clean them with a wet rag or anything. And actually I was able to do that just fine today. The ice that was on there was just kind of breaking up really easily. I don't know what that was due to. Maybe from having the door open so long, maybe. It kind of had softened up a little bit, and I was able to clean everything out just fine. I was able to wipe down the shelves, and I had no trouble at all. But look what happened whenever I took this drawer out. I had no idea this was like this. It looks really gross. I thought at first that it was like from the meat, like blood, but it's not. Once I got in there and started cleaning it down, it just looks like some type of chamoy. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know what spilled, but it did seem like something with chilito. And thankfully, it all came off pretty easily. The ice that was on there just kind of slid off. And then I did have to like rub on it a little bit, but not too bad. It did come off pretty easily. All right, so I got everything nice and clean. I got all my shelves back in there, my drawers back in there, and now I'm just gonna organize everything, put everything back in there and kind of organize it all. Get all the vegetables in one drawer, the sweets and the fruits in another drawer, the frozen meals in one shelf, the beef in another one, just like that. I don't remember if I've already mentioned it, but I am due for a grocery run. So I don't have a whole lot right now, but I do have enough to make a few more meals. Okay, you guys, the freezer is done. It is nice and clean up here. Over here I have just some like frozen meals for Jaden, some Hot Pockets, these little breakfast croissants just in case we're in a hurry and I don't have time to make him some grilled chicken breast. Right here I have the beef, I have chorizo, there's stew meat, there's a roast back there, some just like beefsteaks. Down here I have pork and turkey bacon, and I went ahead and put this huge ice pack in here because it is too big for the little door that I wanted to put it on. So I just have it in here because I don't buy a whole lot of pork anyway, so it'll fit fine right there. And then this one is empty. This is where I'm gonna put the chicken once I go grocery shopping and get some in. But the only chicken I had is this, and I'm gonna leave this out because this is what I'm gonna be making for dinner. I think tonight I'm making mole. So I got my chicken legs here, and that is all I had. These mesquite beef sausages, I got these at Costco, and we did not like these. Me or my husband did not like these. So these, I think I'm just gonna get rid of those. And then, like I said, I'm getting rid of these little round ice cube things. I went ahead and put what was left of the yogurt bark in a little baggie. This is just trash. And then right here I have some frozen fruit, and then the yogurt bark in here. This I'll put, again, once I go grocery shopping, if I buy like popsicles or anything like that, I'll put them in this little drawer right there. And then down here I have our frozen veggies. This is some ginger, some corn, some peas, carrots. And then this is the door. Here I have some garlic. This I use a lot, so I'm gonna place it right here on this top little drawer right there. This is the seafood that we have. All I have left is one tilapia and then some shrimp. And then these are all just the smaller ice packs that were able to fit right there. So this is what the freezer looks like. So much better. Of course, it is looking a little empty, but we just haven't been to Costco in a while, and I usually only buy what I need for the week. Like for my meal plan, I go ahead and buy what I need from that, and then whatever is left over, of course, I'll freeze that. So like if I'm making, like now I'm out of chicken breast, so I'll probably order a big thing of chicken breast and separate them into like 2 chicken breasts per little pack. and throw them in there. And the same thing with the chicken legs. I'll separate them into like what I usually make for meals, and throw them in there. So that's what we have right now, but it is enough for what we have going on for the meal plan until I go grocery shopping again. Okay, that actually took a lot longer than I thought. It's already 10:23, so I have about an hour before my grandbaby gets here, and I still have to do the top of the fridge and the whole inside of just the regular part of the refrigerator. So I'm gonna get to that very quickly right now, and see if I can finish it before my grandbaby gets here. If not, it'll be fine. You guys, you know what's funny is that I can clearly see that the chicken legs that I took out does say 4 chicken legs. Usually I divide them into 6 chicken legs because there's 3 of us, so each of us will have 2. And this one, it must have not been even, and I ended up with a bag of 4 chicken legs, and I had no idea. I guess because I'm so used to dividing them into 6s, I didn't even pay attention. Even when I put them to boil, I did not pay attention that there were 4 in there. So I made mole on this day, and I put them to boil. I took them out. I went to go pick up Jaden, and when I got back is when I started making the mole sauce. And that's when I realized there's only 4 chicken legs and there's 3 of us. So I was like, okay, why is there only 4? Like, what happened to the other 2? I'm sure that bag said 6 chicken legs. So then I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll just have 1 chicken leg and my husband will have 1 and Jaden can have 2. And then I was like, okay, I'll let them each have 2, and I'll have something else. I'll figure something else out for me to have dinner. But then I remember that Jaden had told me once that he doesn't really like mole, that he only eats it because that's what I make. So then I was like, okay, well then me and my husband will have the mole, and Jaden can have something else because he doesn't even like it, and me and my husband love mole. So then I'm telling Jaden, there's only 4 chicken legs. We're gonna have mole. You're gonna have to have something else. Just have a snack, have a hot pocket. He had to go to band practice on this day, so I was like, I'll just give you my card, and whenever you're done with band practice, you can just go get yourself something to eat. And he actually had some leftovers in the fridge, so he was like, well, I'll just have the leftovers. I was like, okay. I was like, and I'm making rice too, so just have some rice, and then there's some leftover potato salad, so have some of that too. And I was like, yeah, you don't even like mole, and me and Alberto love mole. And he was like, what? And I was like, you told me that you don't like mole, that you only eat it because that's what I make. And he was like, when did I say that? Like 8 years ago? Okay, pause on the story, you guys. Okay, you guys, and here is the condiment drawer. This is where I keep my butter and heavy whipping cream, and then all the like sauces and stuff right here. Our most used condiments are right here on this shelf, and then here I just have some things to cook with. Some this is manteca, some jalapenos, some roasted red peppers, and some sun-dried tomatoes. I have some opened beef broth and chicken broth right here. My onion that I always use, garlic, and then half of an avocado that I had left over. So yeah, that looks so much better, and it's all very clean. So that just makes me feel so good about that. And then this is what I'm getting rid of. This, I'm pretty sure it's been there for a while, so I'm gonna get rid of that. All of these are open, and I know they've been in there for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of those. And then this was just empty, an empty carton of butter. So that's what's going away. And then everything else is just nice and clean. So the only one left now is this big mess right here. So let me start taking all of this out as well and get everything washed up and cleaned. So anyways, back to the mole. He had told me, like, when did I say that? 8 years ago? I was like, that's what you said. And of course, on this day, he never ever makes a fuss about mole, never says, like, sometimes when he's like, when I make something that he really loves, he's like, oh, I'm so ready to eat. Oh, I'm going to tear this up. You know, he never says anything about mole. And of course, on this day, right before he went to leave for band practice, he's in the kitchen and he's over there sniffing this mole, like just taking it in because... And one more pause. Okay, I got this all emptied out and I'm just gonna give you a close-up so you can see how dirty it is. This shelf is not so bad. This one's not so bad. This one's just got a lot of crumbs on it. This one's the one that always gets really bad. So I'm gonna clean that one. And then here's the little drawers. That's what those look like. Basically, it's just a bunch of little crumbs. It's not looking too bad. There's no like stuck on gunk or anything like that. So it's pretty good. It was just kind of junky and disorganized. So we're gonna give this a good wipe down and then get everything back in there nice and neatly. So he's in the kitchen being dramatic like a sad kid that doesn't get to have dinner with us or get to have the dinner that everybody else is having. Smelling the food, making me feel guilty when he never ever makes a fuss about it. But yeah, that was my bad and I did end up feeling bad, but he's fine. If there had been enough, he of course wouldn't have wanted it as bad. It's always what you can't have. You guys, look, just when you think, oh, it's not so bad, look what I found back there. I don't even know what that is, but man, look at how crummy all of this is. I wasn't even going to take this down because I was like, well, it's not so bad. I'll just give it a good wipe down. But yeah, it definitely needed that. I don't know if I can take this one out. There it goes. Oh my God. Look at that. What even is that? I have no clue. Wow. I'm embarrassed, you guys. Look at this. Look at how bad that is. I don't even know what that would be. Okay. Well, let's get this nice and scrubbed. What is this? I have no idea, but it was breaking up pretty easily and it's not moldy or anything. I have no clue what that was. And then the red stuff in the back on the upper shelf, that looks like some chamoy too. I don't know what spilled. I don't know if that same thing got taken over to the freezer. I don't know, but it does look like something with chilito. I'm using a knife here to try to break up the more stuck on part, and that helped. I was trying not to like scratch it, which is why I was using the cloth, but then I had to see what I was doing, so I went straight with the knife and it all came off. I don't know how long that's been like that, but I am glad that I ended up taking those drawers out because otherwise I just wouldn't have seen it and it would have just continued to be there. So lesson learned for the next deep clean, definitely take all the drawers out. I have my Dawn power wash here and I'm just going to really get in there and get this all cleaned out. Okay, you guys, so I got this top shelf as clean as I can and it's looking pretty good. I wasn't able to take this shelf off. It would have been a lot easier if I could take that off. And it seems like it would come off, but I was pulling on it and I didn't want to pull too hard to where I broke it. So I just left it like that. I don't want to break it. I'm sure with some force I could take it off, but I'm not sure how it's on there. I don't know if I should just like pop off or slide out, or I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna leave that like that, but it does look a whole lot better. And now the last shelf I gotta hurry up and clean is this bottom one. I got all the gunky stuff off of it. Yeah, I got all the gunky stuff off of it. This is just what's on top. I just need to clean that out and then scrub a little bit back there. If you can see, it's kind of like dripping down from what was up here. So I'm just gonna wipe this down really clean, and I still have no idea what that was. It hardened, so I'm not sure. I don't know what that was. You guys, I know this is a longer video. If you're still watching and watch till the end, thank you so much. I think maybe I just talked a little more during this video and it was just so much more than I thought it was going to be. Plus, I did add a little bit of yesterday, which I don't even think that was 5 minutes. And I didn't want to speed it up way too much to where you don't even know what you're seeing. Sometimes when I watch other YouTube videos and they super speed it up, I don't quite enjoy that. Let me know what you think about the length. Is it too long? I think I got it as short as I could for it to still make sense. I got this all nice and clean. That looks so much better. Okay, now I have the drawers here. I'm gonna get those all nice and clean, wipe them down, and then here is all of the mess that needs to go back in here. I do have a couple of containers that I'm going to organize things in. I'm just gonna look through everything, check expiration dates. But yeah, this is everything, and as you can see, it is 11:14. I'm pretty sure my grandson will get here maybe like 11:45. So 30 minutes to get all of this done. And then here's some fruits and veggies, which these cutie oranges, I know those are bad. Look at this. What is this? Celery. That's pretty bad. That's going to go in the trash. Yeah, I'm going to look through all of that and then get everything back in here. This bottom shelves, I'm just going to leave those for right now. It probably does need... You know what? I am going to take those out. At the very end, I'll take that out and just give the shelf a little wipe down. These are left. We don't usually have this much beer. These are left over from the party that we had, and they're just sitting in there because, I mean, we don't drink them. But my husband, this is my husband's drink of choice, his cheladas. He always has that in here, so that he will drink, but everything else, I don't even know. They'll just be here for the next party, I guess. So... yeah, I am going to take that out and just give them a quick wipe down and then just place everything back in there. But this, I am so happy about. This is what I was able to get done. Now let me finish cleaning the drawers and the other shelf and then put everything back in there. And finally, we're at the last step. I'm going to put the drawers back, the shelves back, and just organize everything back in there. Okay, you guys, I got my fridge all nice and clean and organized. I did clean that out and just rearranged them a little bit. And then, yeah, on this top shelf, I have some leftovers. I have some beans, some refried beans, and then some beans that I haven't refried yet, and then some leftover potato salad. That's still good. This is a plate that Jaden brought. I think they had a cookout over at his girlfriend's, and so he brought this home. So I'm gonna keep this here for another day. Some yogurt. Up here I have some cheese, some queso fresco back there, and some shredded cheese right here. Our jalapenos, our salsas, we always have that on hand, of course. Some butter and some sour cream, that's for a recipe. And then right here we have our eggs. Usually I have at least 3 of these packs in here because we do eat a lot of eggs for breakfast. And then all of our tortillas, our flour tortillas, our corn tortillas. And this is all we have right now as far as drinks. We have our milk and some raspberry lemonade. I have my potatoes here because they do not, because they take up too much space in the drawer. So I just put them up here since it's pretty empty right now. And then over here, I have these 2 little containers. On one side, I keep cheese. So we have some sliced cheese, Parmesan, some queso Oaxaca, another block of cheddar cheese, cream cheese. And then over here, I keep the little, like the deli meats. So we have some turkey breast, bacon, pepperoni, and some hot dogs right there. And then in the bottom drawer is where I keep our vegetables. So I have this little container too for like the smaller items, the loose items. And this is all I have right now. I have some onion, limes, lemon, broccoli, some poblanos that I'm gonna be making some chile rellenos de camarón. So that's what these poblanos are for. And then some lettuce back there. So yeah. We are done. This is what it looks like right now, you guys. It looks so much better. I do need to go out and get some groceries. This is why I hate having it a mess, because the fridge looks full, and then once you really get down to it, there's really not that much in there. But this way I can see what we have and go out and get what we still need. And then I am getting rid of a lot, you guys, just because, like I said, it's just messy. And when it's messy, I don't really like digging through stuff, and things just get forgotten and left behind. This is some leftovers. This is some chicken enchiladas that we had, and that's been a few days, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And then this container of empty shredded cheese, that's probably Jaden. Some jalapenos and some serranos that are going bad. The celery's going bad. Some peaches that just got left behind and forgotten about. Also some limes that got forgotten about, oranges. This, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. It's got a couple more days, but nobody's really eating it, so I think we're gonna get rid of that. This is bad, and then all of these are bad. So that's what we got going on. It is 11:43, so my grandbaby should be here any minute now. Okay, you guys, I think this is where I'm gonna leave off the video. My grandbaby just got here. I got a lot done. This fridge needed to be done before he got here. He wouldn't have let me do that. I still have a whole lot more cleaning to do, of course, which I'll do when he's here. I have to vacuum. I have to wash all this. Yeah, get your toys, baby. Get your toys. A ball. Okay, so my grandbaby just got here actually. But yeah, the one thing I really wanted to get done was that refrigerator before he got here, and we got that done. Barely right on time, but we got it done. I am still going to clean the outside of it. He'll be fine. He'll let me do that. And then the top of it too. I'll go ahead and get that clean. But that is going to be it for this video, you guys. I hope that you liked a little bit of our day yesterday. I wanted to bring y'all along with us yesterday on our family day, and then I added in all the deep cleaning of this refrigerator that definitely needed it, even more than I thought. But that is done. I hope you like this video, you guys. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.